we finally reached the last segment. This is Between the Lines with your man. I'm your host, Mr. Paswell. And we're doing it well. This last segment is going to be so exciting. Action. Woo! We get a chance to host the host. And let's get to the most. I'm your man, Mr. Paswell. Yeah, WW Live. Between the Lines. Here we go.
The number one team in the country is Collins Hill. That's the boys. And John has done it again. Crossing Bird.
The way this team has battled together has been unbelievable.
Scooped up by Wilson. Back to Miller. To Meyer. Title number 4 for the Minnesota Lynx Dynasty.
And welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Now I know you're sitting there wondering, who in the wide world of sports is this talking about? This is talking about no other than the greatest basketball player, as I would say, ever, in words that I can say. More money, Maya Moore, who just went into the WNBA. The NBA. No, it's just the Basketball Hall of Fame, because it's everybody. If you're a baller, you're a shot caller, you know what in the wide world of sports I'm talking about. Miss Maya Moore. Oh my goodness. Oh man, the games that I've seen her play, and I had a bonus opportunity as to be able to follow this woman's transition all the way through pretty much all levels of her basketball experience. I tell you, where to start with her, it's incredible, because anywhere you start, she's the best. Anywhere you start and place her, she's a winner. And has been consistent in all aspects of the basketball sports that she's been a part of. She's been a winner in each and every format. Oh man, let's see. You know what? Let's start at the end, or do we start at the beginning? So let's start at the beginning of the end. Okay, but no, as it comes out, Miss Maya Moore just recently got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2025, which is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing that her basketball career transcends, as I said before, at her very beginning when she played basketball back in 2007. This was her college career, but her high school career even starts way back. Maya Moore is from Missouri, and what was the special bonus and what the special blessing about that is she got an opportunity to win championships even in her high school level. So in her high school, she won 4 state championships. Okay, so all through her high school career, champion. Now, most of you pretty much know her from her standout years at UConn, where she won a couple of titles at UConn, 2 back-to-back. That's back-to-back championships, undefeated seasons in a row. That is a fantastic domination. Wow, let's see, where else do I start with her resume? Well, let's see. She got into the WNBA in 2011 and created a dynasty at Minnesota for those 8 years. And then she went on to win the Rookie of the Year when she came in 2011 and the league MVP in 2014. And as we were talking about her college career, she holds the UConn record with the most points scored, 3,036. As I said before, 2 championships in 2009 and 2010, 4 straight high school championships in Missouri, and of course, let's not forget her Olympics, winning 2 medals in the Olympics and then 2 FIBA gold medals. Man, everywhere she went, she won. And this is what makes her so great. We talk about the things that she won and the accolades, and those things are great, but she was what was called an all-around player. She was pretty much the role player. She could excel on offense. She excelled on defense. She was one of those players to where if you're on the court, everybody around her gets better. Everybody around her gets becomes unified and becomes like into a cohesive bond. Like she is basically the glue that put all those teams that she won with together. Because each and every one of the teams had their each and every one individual talents. There were some who were great rebounders, some who were great scorers, some were great defenders. But it's kind of like a mix of making a cake. And you get all your little ingredients. You got your eggs, you got your milk, you got your flour, you got your you get your little seasonings and everything like that. And you're like, man, this needs something else. It needs one more little piece, and it will be ready. Well, that was more money, Maya Moore. She was able to put the pieces together and everything like that in the basketball teams that she played with. She was one of the biggest stars. Loved the people, very personable, easy to talk to, a great interviewer, and everything that she talked about, it was team oriented. It was team oriented. When asked about some of the greatest things that she played, that she had happened to her while she played, was more than just her talking about her teammates. Excuse me, it was more of her talking about her teammates and the bond that they were able to create and how they were able to come together. It was always team first. Maya, you scored 30-something points. You led the team in rebounds. Oh, okay. But if it wasn't for the blocks that I got, if it wasn't for my teammates passing me the ball, if it wasn't for the coachings calling the right plays that put me into a situation that I could excel in, oh man, come on. What in the wide world of sports is happening? There's not too many athletes who know that they're in the game, that they know that they dominate the game, that they're in a position to make things happen, that they don't get big-headed, don't get, oh, I'm the Shiznick, and so can't nobody stop me on this court. No, what she was able to do was, we're coming down court, I got the ball, but you break to the rim, I'm going to pass you the ball because we need to score. And then when it was time to where it's like, hey, I got to take over. Oh, this girl, she's kind of slow on the movement to the right. I'm a figure, shake her, I wish y'all could see this, shake her, and whoop, to the basket I go. But one of the things that really stands out with Maya Moore, bigger than her steals, bigger than her scoring leads, bigger than her becoming the athlete of the year, was really the stand that she made for social injustice. What made her walk away from the game? It wasn't an injury. It wasn't to be a scandal on her behalf. But what it was is a young man whom she met and found out about through her ministry. This is outside the line. This is a beautiful thing, because I talk about between the lines, but oftentimes it's the things that's done outside the lines that is most outstanding. She met a young man whom she later married, and that young man was imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit and given a 50-year sentence. And so it's like, wow, not only do you wind up going to jail, but you get a sentence put on top of that. And all the while, things were beginning to show that he did not commit the crime. Different things that were coming out that proved and really exonerated him. But the justice system did not, would not, and could not care a bit about the truth. You can't handle the truth. They said the truth will set you free. No, it's really God. God sets you free. And you're free indeed. The system that we have socially does not really give a care about the individuals. And you know what? It's not really even about the color anymore. There are people of all races that are in prison, that are in jail for crimes that they didn't commit. And it's circumstantial evidence and things. Well, the same things that put you in jail are the same things that should be able to exonerate you. And so once she found out This young man had to go to, what, 11? No, I think it's 12 times. 12 different appeals that he went before the judge before he was able to get set free. Jonathan is his name. And it loses me his last name at the very moment. But, and it was incredible because she stood there by him. And then once she stood there by him, she even took a break from basketball. In her prime, 33 years old, she took a break from the game. Already 4 championships down. Could you imagine what would have happened with the squad that she had? Oh man, she'd have been she'd be walking around with, well, right now she walks around with 12 rings. 12 rings. Oh man, I can't wait. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, I hope you get a chance to take a look at the Nike ad where Maya Moore puts on the same show that Michael Jordan did in his Nike campaign with his rings on his finger touching his face. But getting back to the story, what made her step away from basketball. When she saw the social injustice that was going on and realized that there were even countless thousands and thousands of people in the same situation and that nobody was an advocate to speak for them, she made a decision. She made a decision to band together, to get a group together, and to find out what can be done to push legislation that puts people in a position to be the voice. She became the voice for the people who were placed in prison, who were justifiably was not given an opportunity to be able to defend themselves in a proper way. So what their group does and everything like that is they make sure that people, they get an opportunity to weigh the evidence, find out what's exactly going on with their circumstance and situation, take hold of the situation and do the things necessary to see about getting the courts to play in your favor. It's not something that's guaranteed to always work in every circumstance and every situation. And with a lot of the things that's going on, especially with the drugs, weed becoming now accessible all throughout the United States, which has always been legal. I don't participate, but that's just something that, that's another story for outside the lines that we'll talk about at another time. But she decided to marry Jonathan, and she settled down and has a 3-year-old. Now she talks about the joy of her son being able to potty train himself. He's about 3 years old now, and he's able to potty train himself, which is a beautiful thing. So I tell you, it is beautiful to see that someone who takes her platform and was more interested in what she could do for the community and what she can do for the people around her. So in closing, this is something that touched my, man, when I heard this, it brought tears to my eyes. And it was Maya Moore's speech that she gave at her induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on, and we're going to hear that and everything like that. I want to play this for you because this is something that you just definitely got to hear. Because I definitely want to make sure you get a chance to hear this. I'm not going to play it in its entirety, but I'm going to play this last little segment. I want you to listen to the words that she says. Whew. Listen.
Inspiring. And each of us has the power and the responsibility to keep that alive wherever we are. So now that I'm in the hall, I feel like I've officially become Auntie Maya. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say a few words to this next generation.
Preach.
I'm going to own it. I'm Auntie Maya. So listen. I want y'all in the next generation to realize it's natural to wrestle with insecurities and fears as you navigate your sports journey. You have to figure out what motivates you every day when you get up out of bed. And there's a lot of pressure, I think, to be motivated by fear and approach your team and your teammates that way. Fear of sharing the spotlight, fear of looking bad, fear of having to wait your turn and losing out on money. That's a lot of pressure. I get it. But I want to challenge you, up-and-comers, to learn to love and seek out joy and connection as your biggest motivator. All of these teams that you see when they're getting interviewed, You see the NBA finals, you see the WNBA, you see college. They're always talking about each other and the joy that they have of being together. I mean, one of the teams you couldn't even interview them without all of them being together, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. To get out of bed determined to see how you can find connection with the people God's allowed you to be with that day. Don't miss out on learning from someone more experienced than you.
Amen.
The joy of helping someone else get better.
Amen.
Seeing them shine at what they're good at. The joy of having people around you that believe in you and you believe in them. Seek that culture out. Be a part of that culture.
Yes.
I'm confident you won't regret it. Lastly, I just want to acknowledge none of us would be here without being ridiculously competitive. I'm no different. Whether it was a half-court drill in practice or the gold medal game, I wanted to win. And that part of me hasn't changed. But now I try to compete at bringing as much life to my community as I can.
Life to the community.
So I want you to ask yourself, how can you become a better teammate in your home?
Yes.
How can you be more connected to your neighbors,
Yes.
your city?
Yes.
We don't have a legacy all by ourselves. My connection to my teammates, my family, my husband, Jonathan, none of this means anything without my people. Thank you.
Come on, man. Come on. You got to feel inspired to hear that. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about what you can do to put somebody else on. Have enough pie so everybody can eat. Help them get to the next level. Help them level up. And as they go through, you got to make sure that you're cheering for them, that you're rooting for them, that you're saying, go, go, go. Man. And only champions can build champions. So you need to help somebody be a champion. Man, oh man, Maya, more money, more money, more money, more. Oh, that was fantastic. Well, that wraps up the show and everything. I appreciate the time that we're able to spend. And I thank you for being with me, Mr. Paswell. And on our way out, I want you to make sure that you tune in next time to the show of shows Between the Lines as we talk about the next thing in sports that's happening, that comes up. You stay tuned and be in touch because we're in touch. Oh man, here we go now. www, baby, live. Hot 1600. And I'm your man, Mr. Paswell. Oh man, we out of here. And as always, we are chosen. One love. Yeah. 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 Woo.